Two Wheels TV is brought to you by Bridgestone Bike Tyres, Bellray Lubricants, and Fired Up Motorcycles in 4 Ways are standing by to buy your bike. Welcome to the show. This week we visit Kyalami for Bridgestone Thunderbike and Bridgestone Challenge Racing. Hold on to your seats.
Hello and welcome to the world-class Kyalami Grand Prix circuit for the penultimate round of the 2017 Extreme Festival of Motorsport. I am Robert Portman. Greg Maloney will be joining me in the studio and we'll be taking you through all the Bridgestone Thunderbike and Bridgestone Challenge action. It is the penultimate round of the Bridgestone Thunderbikes. They line up on the grid for their first race of the day and the championship is up for grabs. Gavin Upton and Sean Vermaak will be doing battle to see who can get that number 1 plate going into the 2018 season. Now within the Bridgestone Thunderbikes we have the sub-10 category A, B and C, and then of course the extreme class. And we're on board with Byron Rothquell.
Lights are out and we're racing down towards the little flick to the right hand side.
I love this shot. Check it, all those by that. What is that? 22 motorcycles using every single little bit of tar that Toby Fente has given them.
Sean Vermaak on the inside there, already starting to show potential. Oh, a massive moment out the saddle there. A couple of riders in the background just sorting themselves out as they come through there, but it is Dean Machine and Foss who gets away. A little bit of a change up there. Gavin Upton, didn't quite mention him too much in the lead up to the race, but of course he was 4th on the grid. He remains in 4th place right now, starting to close down there on Stoutgat. And a super start there. It is, the brain's on the Yamaha.
Yeah.
He's not on the Kawasaki
saw that.
Out of Yami's team this time. He's on his original Yamaha. So probably going to just use this one for these races so he doesn't have to damage a really, really well-prepared motorcycle for the Super GPs.
100%. The bright yellow and black bike there, that's Neil van Lochenberg. Also done a couple of races in the Super GP National Championship. Alex van der Berg on the Suzuki there with a great start. He's up in about a top 4 or 5 position there, even changing for the podium. So great to see the Suzuki up there and out front. But Dean Foss is starting to extend that lead. In 2nd place, someone getting very out of shape. Oh, Gavin Upton throwing it on the inside there. Looks like he made a move there. Remember, the championship, I think, is still between him and Sean Vermaak.
Yeah.
So a lot to play for here in this race between these two. A very early start for these guys. So some of the guys still wiping the sleep out of their eyes, and the Panado still kicking
exactly.
in.
The Panado, I think, more than the sleep. Hendrik Erasmus a bit further back there as well. Keep an eye on him. We're going to look at Austin Olivier, but at this stage, it's a fantastic battle. And you can see Neil van Rochenberg starting to get in the mix there and throw it in with Van den Berg. Behind them, Manus van der Merwe and Peter Clark, not too far off the back end of that one. But as you can see, the first two starting to get away.
It's the brain in
Upton,
second, yeah.
fighting hard there. And not bad from Alex van den Berg. Van den Berg, a super start here for this first race of the day on that Suzuki.
We go on board now with Hendrik de Bruin on that big bang Yamaha R1 and just check out the speeds that they get down. This massive long straight that is flat out all she's got. Check out Dean Foss on the Trollin bike out front, sideways stuff going into turn 1, but look at the battle just behind. It is Hendrik de Bruin in 2nd and here comes Alex van der Berg.
Look how close it's getting now between Alex van der Berg and Gavin Upton. You can see how fast that Suzuki was. Upton had about 2 or 3 bike lengths, but that Suzuki just reeled in that Yamaha. And that's a good dice going on for the final podium position there. Because at the moment, Dean Foss has pretty much checked out what we expected. But Hendrik de Bruin is putting in a great ride. He's in 2nd place there, and the way that man has come on over the years. Here comes Alex van der Berg, leg out both riders there. Just behind them is Vermaak. He's trying to make his way through. He had that big moment that you touched on at the start of the race, but he's got Van Lochenberg right on his tail. Porkit is not too far behind, as well as Pierre Grobler. There comes Grobler now. Hendrik Erasmus not too far behind. Ross McCrory, great to see him back in the Bridgestone Thunderbikes. So just stretching their legs a little bit here now, but Alex van der Berg, a very good outing, first time out on that beautiful Suzuki South motorcycle. But this is very much the battle now between Van Lochenberg. We've got 2 R1s chasing down a Kawasaki and a Suzuki. Great to see that Suzuki in action.
On board here with Dirk Stolz now. He comes through the 2nd S up towards Leeuwkop, and this is a brilliant part of Kyalami. You'll check out the undulation as they come up the hill. Then it's on the brakes. You can't even see the corner. It really is blind. So great riding here from Dirk Stolz.
Vermaak has lost a little bit of ground there, though, and it looks like he might be a little bit of the thorn in the side to Van Lockenberg. Van Lockenberg hanging on for now, but the two Kawasaki's all over the back of him looking for a way through. Upton starting to close in, though. De Bruyn could be in trouble, and he's bringing the Suzuki along for the ride.
Oh, we've got some great onboard action here today. This is Manus van der Merwe in a big battle there with the championship contender. That is Sean Vermaak on the Yamaha this weekend. Made the switch from the Kawasaki, and he's looking very racy already. But just ahead of them,
Hendrik De Bruyn, they're starting to close down a couple of tenths. Here comes Alex van der Berg on the brakes. Got that Suzuki set up beautifully. Oh, makes the move. You can see the different lines. Oh, that was close.
That was very close. You can actually see Gavin Upton having to climb on that front brake and actually get out the saddle to avoid the bike from falling from underneath him there. So it didn't quite work out for Upton into that second turn. But now trying to come back at Alex van der Berg. Van der Berg, he can smell that Yamaha up the road. He's definitely looking to close down on it rapidly. And he's already pulled 2-3 bike lengths. So this just shows you what that GSXR can do. And remember, this is like, I think probably only the third time in anger that he's put that thing onto the black stuff. So it's just got massive potential. And as I was going to say, Upton, straight back at him. Upton had a big move there. And Van Lockenberg under attack now from Stootgat. Sean Vermaak going on the inside. Can he make it stick? It's great to see a move on.
Gavin Upton.
Oh my goodness. That was huge.
Yeah, that's a big crash. So easy to do there in the S's. Again, that undulation that we're talking about. You don't realize how much you load the front in that left-hander, the first left-hander of the S's. And unfortunately, Upton was a little bit offline. You could see he missed the apex, was trying to bring it back, and just lost the front end of that Turnskill Engineering Yamaha R1 of his. So that is pretty much blown now.
Yep.
That podium finish wide open. And Sean Vermaak, who was nowhere in this race now, will be looking at that and thinking, that's my biggest championship rival, who's now gone down the road. And these two guys now, Van Lockenberg and who is that? That's with him.
That's Vermaak.
That's Vermaak.
Yeah, Vermaak.
They are now going right. That is
the thing you
potential
look
podium.
at there, Rob, for sure, is now that he's seen, and I don't know if you recognised that it was Gavin initially, but on the next pass, he will certainly know that Gavin is down. They're probably going to tell him on his pit board as he comes past the pits as well. He doesn't have to fight with Van Lockenberg.
No.
He's in a great dice, there's no doubt about it, but he doesn't actually have to go, oh, that's a pity. So red flag comes out there. And that means it'll be brought back one lap, which means we've completed how many laps we're supposed to do on this one. We're going to be looking at
There's 4 laps remaining.
4 to go.
So we've done half race distance.
so I think it will be a complete restart.
Oh, that is very second hand. Yeah. Anybody want an R1 for R1 day?
On Monday morning, I could see a Facebook page.
2016 Yamaha R1 never been raced for sale. So we are back under starters orders, and you can see the grid spot missing there. Gavin Upton won't line up for this race.
That's straight into racing.
See, that's straight into racing because these guys have got their heads down, bums up for sure. You can see them already.
Oh, Suzuki, it's a whole shot.
It is
Oh,
Suzuki.
maybe.
No,
Dean Foss shut him out.
yeah, but already up ahead there of Hendrik De Bruyn. So De Bruyn, the biggest loser there because he had a comfortable second place in the first start there, but now down into third place. So Alex van der Berg, first time out in that Suzuki on a podium, that would be a brilliant
that
thing
just
there for
bodes well.
Suzuki. Stewie Baker must be watching this going, that's exactly what I want to see going into
I'm
2018.
hoping he is, because I'm hoping that the likes of Uncle Andy and anybody else who's looking to go across to Suzuki for next year are looking at the potential of what Van der Berg is doing. Now,
And
remember,
that's the base model, that's not the
yeah,
R
it's not
model.
even the
eh?
R. Exactly.
A little bit further back now, we go on board with Byron Rothwell. He is leading in the A category in the sub-10s, going through Sunset Benya. He's got Tian Daisel just ahead of him. But check out Alex van der Berg.
The way that Van der Berg is chucking that Suzuki around, it's not going to help him out in any way.
Well,
look at that
he's
Yamaha around the
he's
outside.
got very good drive there, but the Suzuki, no?
Door shut.
Can you imagine Alex van der Berg down at Kyalami on that Suzuki?
Well, that's what I'm
Oh
thinking.
man, he's
You know
going to be
what
a
I'm
man
saying?
to stop there.
There's potentially 3 or 4 motorcycle riders down there that are looking to go into the Suzuki brand for next year. So that'll be very cool to see if we've got. Please, if you can, that'll be amazing. Larry going to get us something to just wreck the
here
front
we
there.
go, De Bruyn.
He's not close enough there. That's the wrong line to be on. Because Van der Berg, you know, is going to come across there. So he realized that. He's going to try and come out, get the late drive and head into Cheetah. But look at the little squirt between that Suzuki is good. I mean, you and I both rode it down at Red Star Raceway. And I mean, at Desi's Raceway. And we were pretty impressed with its ability in terms of the short gearing.
Yeah.
If you're in that second, third and fourth gear and you want to get the squirt on, it's available to you.
Yeah.
But the top end is where this Yamaha might come into its own, and we're going to see that right now. This is where the Yamaha is going to definitely have Well, I say that. Look at that. What have they done?
That's a Ricky Mariah's prepared Suzuki GSXR.
Something's working there.
So you know.
Mariah's has done something. Oh,
Hendrik
the brain runs wide.
Again, wrong line. He was trying to go around the outside, and he just found a big Suzuki South Suzuki in the line that he wanted. So De Bruyn did very well to avoid that, though. But look at the gaggle of riders coming. Again, not the best of start there from Sean Vermaak. Marnus van der Merwe right up there on his Kawasaki. So that potential podium fight that we saw that was heating up nicely in the first part is now starting to heat up again. Look at all these guys now coming into play. Van Lockenberg, not with the same kind of start. Another big loser there. He was right up there, so he's going to fight his way now through the field once again. But Alex van der Berg has been the big winner because up into second place.
Back on board, Joe, now with Dirk Stahls. He's going through Sunset Bend. You can see how fast they go through the right-hander here. And then it's on the anchors and back down into second gear for Clubhouse.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh,
Well picked up there, Dave Peterson and crew.
Beautiful.
Absolutely lit into Leeuwkop and sideways action from Dean Machine. Voss is just having an absolute blast out there and just setting some really good lap times. Look, he's eased off completely. He's into the 53s. This lap now potentially could be a bit quicker from the ITR man, but that Trolin panel beaters Kawasaki of his is just so impressive to watch when he's in this kind of form. Leg out style. Oh, it's great.
Oh, man.
It's great.
Throwing that Trolin Kawasaki wherever he wants.
Just showing off for the final time going into the last turn.
Dean Voss hanging on, heading across the line. Checkered flag will be waiting. And,
Oh, beautiful.
That is such a great sit down, stand up. Oh, the brain throws it away on the final turn. Can you believe it?
Even under
What
pressure.
are you doing, Hendrik? Oh man, Alex van der Berg gifted a second place, and that's the top finish on a Suzuki ever on the new GSXR. So what an effort there from him. But Hendrik De Bruyn, oh, he was smoking his socks going into that final turn, but nothing went right there.
Big problems for the championship contender. Gavin Upton on the final lap dumps his turn skills engineering Yamaha. Let's catch up with him in pit lane.
Yeah, man, we were running well in the first race. Unfortunately, lost the front. The bike was a bit messed up when we came in, but we've gotten it all back together again, and hopefully we can take the win for the second.